Dear Gopi sir, we are from Dream About Sports and it's great pleasure meeting you today. And you're also an inspiration to our team for your dedication, hard work and achievements as a player as well as a coach. Thank you for that, and congratulations as well on winning the Padma Bhushan award this year. Can you please tell us about your background and how did it all start as a player, and when did you actually realize that you have to give it back to the game?
Well, I think the sport has been my life. It's given me everything what I am doing. As a youngster, as with many youngsters or most youngsters, I love to play the sport, and that is what made me get this far. Having said that, I think once I won the Olympian and looked at my journey, it could have been much smoother. The journey could have been achieved much faster. The win could have come much faster, and I had the right kind of facility, the right kind of advice at the right time, which I thought in many parts was also lacking. So when I got an opportunity post the Olympic to start something, I said, why not look at something where if there is a youngster who's hardworking, who's dedicated, he can kind of doesn't have to go through so much of hard work, and that's how the Gopichand Academy came into being. So try to ensure that whatever is required for the player in terms of the facility, in terms of the training, is provided to them at one go. The advice which is needed to help players mature faster, to get their best results at an early age, was pushed in, and that's how this academy was.
Brilliant, sir. And you've won many prestigious awards, and you are the first Indian to win both Arjuna as well as Dronacharya award. And what do these awards mean to you?
I think it's a great motivation. It's a great responsibility, especially to realize that your achievements are being recognized at the highest level by people who matter is something which is really good, because normally this is a very thankless job, being a coach, and to get these intermediate phases where you get an award like this actually motivates you quite well.
Brilliant, sir. And can you please share a few of your memorable experiences as a player as well as a coach?
Well, I think the journey itself has been very enjoyable. That's what drives me, because that's where the passion comes from. I love the sport. I love playing the sport. I love sharing my experiences of the sport with the players. There have been some great moments, tournaments which I have won. I've won players who won abroad. I have won where Indians who felt happy when we won. So these kind of things actually make you feeling very good about yourself, feeling proud about being people. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of pride in being able to carry the national flag for the country. And I believe that sportsmen are the fortunate few who have an opportunity to do that.
Brilliant, sir. Can you please explain your daily routine?
Well, it's pretty simple. I come early to the academy, finish off at around 12:30 in the afternoon. Then come back to the academy at around 3 o'clock and finish by around 6:37. And retire, go to bed early.
And we also know that your kids Gayatri and Vishnu are into badminton and train here in the same academy. Can you tell us more about them?
Well, they like playing the sport. They have an opportunity to play the sport, and I would love them to be sports persons if possible, because I believe very few people have a chance to play sport and to be able to live your dream is something which is. So if they have an interest, then I'm sure this will be a great profession.
So how do they balance the sports and academies, and what do you tell the kids out here in the academy as well?
I think all of my kids here are brilliant sports persons and good students as well. All of them managed to do their college and pass out with good marks. It's not unnatural to find people who have studied for a month before exams getting 80% and 90%. So I just believe that sports makes you sharper, and academics and balancing them for many of the sports persons as well.
Can you please describe your coaching philosophy for us?
Well, I think as a coach, I think you need to understand that different players are different. Not one size doesn't fit all, whether it's the training program or it's the methodology. Somebody might need you to be soft and talk to them nicely. Somebody might get them to get to work only if you're harsh to them. So whatever it requires to motivate the player to do well is what is good for a coach. So I might be tough with somebody, I might be soft with somebody, I might be patient with somebody, but it's all depends on what kind of a player you are.
Super, sir. And you've played this sport for a long time right now. And how important is visualization in sport?
Key factor, especially if you're not able to practice or if there is time. I have used it personally a lot of times in my training when I was playing. I do advise players to do that quite a bit, but it has to come internally within them. The belief has to be there. And once what I've realized is once players start seeing results, then they become more focused on using techniques other than just physical.
Super. So also your academy has raised many champions like Saina, Kashyap, P.V.Sindhu and many more. So how does this feel?
I think the objective of the academy was that we achieved many of the goals which we set out in the first place. And hopefully in the years to come we will get even more players and better results from that.
Brilliant, sir. And what did it take to raise the Olympian?
It took many hours of work from myself, of course, but a huge contribution from my support staff and the entire team of coaches, my physios, my trainers, all of them have really worked hard over the years. And typically what we see is a great result, but at the end of the day we also have to realize that the results are 10 years of work, or more, sometimes more than that. And sport is about putting in dedicated work with sacrifices, with unflinching commitment over 10 years of time. That's what victories are about, and comes through after a lot of defeats. And I'm happy that we were able to achieve some good results in the Olympics.
Great, sir. Thank you. So there's a lot of pressure playing at the international level. And what advice would you give to your students and how do they handle this pressure?
I think it's at the end of the day we need to realize that it's a sport. You win sometimes, you lose sometimes, you can't be too stiff about it, you can't take too much burden on your head because that will make your decisions very safe, very not creative and very predictable. So to be good in sport, you need to play sport with the level of risk-taking ability, the level that says that I need to take the risk and have fun. And that element has to be there. And we need to realize that you might lose many matches in life, but at the end of the day, it's important that you bounce back from each of your losses and you take strength from each of your losses.
Thank you, sir. In any sport, if a person keeps losing with a particular opponent time and again, so he becomes mentally weak. So how should he overcome this?
It's very important that you go look back at your basics. It's at times very important that you go back to your roots, check what is wrong there, because superficially changing things will not give you the desired results. So after some of these losses, you need to go back to your basics, relook at your technique, and that's what you do.
There are many ups and downs in everybody's sports career. So after a tough loss, what would you advise your students?
Go back to your routine. Habits are important, so keep good habits, which would be get up in the morning and train. No matter what it is, whether it's a win or a loss, forget it, go through and move.
And how much importance do you give to the diet and fitness here in this academy?
Both are very, very important. I wouldn't say one is more important than the other, but both are 100%.
And what should be the relationship between a coach and the kid raising here, sir?
It has to be of trust, it has to be of faith, and
Thank you. So do you think the IPL is the right thing which happened to badminton right now?
It was good that the IPL happened. It was good that a lot of players benefited from it. The sport has got a big boost. And I hope that in the years to come we have many more players benefiting from such initiatives.
So do you have any goals personally right now?
Well, I think in my life I've always taken one step at a time, and I've got many players, and hopefully I've got big events coming up this year, and every tournament for me is a goal, and overcoming each small goal eventually will get us the big medals which we as a country.
Any message you would like to share with the other parents who are thinking of raising their kids into sport or any other manner?
I think sport is not necessarily for everybody. Having said that, I think you don't know whether your son will be or daughter will be a great sportsman unless they play. If they become great in sport, it's fantastic. But even if they don't become anything in sport professionally, I think to have a sporting background for life is very, very important. It gives you so much more perspective. It gives you so much more which you can use in your entire life. That spending time with sport is never a waste of time. So don't equate it to any other application. Sport can teach you many things in life, and it's very important to play sport for whatever reason.
Thank you so much, sir. And so what advice would you like to give to the young players and fans out there thinking of pursuing sport as their career or maybe coaching as their career?
I think whatever you do in life, it's important to give your 100%, and sport is no different. And this is one place where if you're good, you have a chance to make it to the top. And not many fields have such level playing fields. It doesn't matter which community, creed, social, economic status you come from. You have an opportunity to shine, and that very few spheres give you as much as a sporting sphere.
We wish many kids represent India from your academy and bring lots of laurels for the country. Thank you so much for your time.